Emmanuel Macron's tough stance on Brexit is not unexpected to change as France has a long record of stubbornly refusing to compromise in trade talks. The French president is once again being extremely intransigent with Brexit Britain. Last week, the two sides were said to be extremely close to reaching an agreement on their future relationship until several EU member states, spearheaded by France, raised serious doubts about the direction of the talks. The EU's chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier was forced to brief EU ambassadors and members of the European Parliament as diplomats were concerned he could be tempted to compromise too much to secure a deal. According to senior political sources in France, because Mr. Macron is facing domestic threats to his re-election, he would rather see the talks fail than agree to a bad deal that could tempt other EU states to leave the bloc. Europe's power to protect itself from major global rivals, pandemics, economic crises, migration and climate change will be a major electoral argument for Mr. Macron as he readies for his 2022 re-election bid, most likely against National Rally leader Marine Le Pen, who he defeated in 2017. A source said, France's stance is to show that Brexit cannot be a success. From that point of view, the prospect of no deal is not necessarily a problem. The claims come as Mr. Macron's close aide Clement Beaune recently warned that France will veto a bad post-Brexit trade deal. Mr. Macron's position is not unexpected or particularly controversial, though. In an exclusive interview with Express.co.uk, Alan Winters, director of the Trade Policy Observatory at the University of Sussex and perhaps the foremost expert on the economics of Brexit, revealed France's long record of stubbornly refusing to compromise in trade talks. He said, many trade agreements over the last 30 years have had the splits we are seeing now. And they had to be settled through internal politics. It has almost always been France saying, we don't like this, we want to veto it. They resolved them in different ways. For example, the swapping of senior jobs was involved. But in other cases, Mr. Winters noted, the French were so stubborn, such as in 1994 with audio-visual services, that Brussels had to cave in.